Very good morning, students. In today's class, we'll discuss rules to be remembered under income from capital gain. Number one, income received from sale or transfer of capital asset is a capital gain. There are two types of capital asset, that is short-term capital asset and long-term capital asset. See, short-term capital asset, again there are two types, that is financial asset and other asset. Purchase and sale difference of financial asset less than 1 year, like share bond debenture, and purchase and sale difference other asset less than 3 years, like residential house and jewelry or agricultural land, it is short term capital asset. Long term capital asset, purchase and sale difference of financial asset more than 1 year, there is share bond debenture, and purchase and sale difference of other asset more than 3 years, residential house, jewelry, agricultural land. Remember, for long term capital asset, index applicable. For short term capital asset, no index applicable. Here, for short term capital asset, no index applicable. Remember, for debenture index not applicable, we have to apply only short term capital asset. And all depreciating asset to be treated as short term capital asset. For depreciating asset, if a purchase value and written down value given in the problem, then written down value to be considered as cost of acquisition. For depreciation asset, if purchase value and depreciation rate given in the problem, then purchase value into rate of depreciation, then we'll get depreciation value. You have to deduct from purchase value, then we'll get written down value. This amount to be considered as a cost of acquisition. Next, if fair market value given in the problem as on 1st April 2001 and cost of acquisition before 2001, example purchase asset in 1979 given in the problem, then cost of acquisition or fair market value, whichever is higher to be considered as a cost of acquisition, and 2001 to index, that is 100 to be applied for long term capital asset. If fair market value given in the problem after 1st April 2001 and cost of acquisition also after 2001 given, example purchase asset in 2004, in that case directly cost of acquisition to be considered as a actual cost of acquisition. Next, realization expenses or transfer expenses or selling expenses, brokerage commission like stamp expenses or registration expenses to be deducted from gross capital, to be deducted from gross sale consideration. If brokerage or commission rate or amount on purchase given in the problem, then it should be added to purchase cost. Example, purchase cost 50,000 and brokerage 2%. 50,000 into 2%, 1,000 plus 50,000, 51,000 is a cost of acquisition. Personal asset, household furniture, TV, refrigerator, rural agricultural land, etc. exempted from capital gain. Next point, self-generated goodwill, fully taxable, capital gain format not applicable. Formula to calculate index cost of acquisition for long term capital asset, cost of acquisition divided by purchase or acquired year index into sales year index. Next, formula to calculate index cost of improvement divided by improvement year index into sales year index. See, most exempted exemptions under section 54 or from gross capital gain. Remember, these are the most expected exemptions from gross capital gain. Number one, exemption under section 54, purchase and sale and new purchase in residential house property, and exemption can be claimed as follows. Cost of commercial property to be ignored. If cost of new commercial property given in the problem, then it should be ignored. So formula, gross capital gain or cost of new residential house plus amount deposited in capital gain account, whichever is less. Again remember, to find exempted amount under section 54, gross capital amount to be compared with the cost of new residential house plus amount deposited in capital gain account, whichever is less to be considered. Here cost of residential house anna amount deposited in capital account jothe add ಮಾಡಿ gross capital gain ಗೆ compare ಮಾಡಿ. Exemption under section 54B, second one, purchase, sale and new purchase in agricultural land, and exemption can be claimed as follows. Same formula, gross capital gain or cost of new agricultural land plus amount deposited in capital gain account, whichever is less. Third, a very important exemption, that is 54F, purchase and sale any capital asset like jewelry or agricultural land or plot or any other asset, but a new purchase must be in a residential house property, and exemption can be claimed as follows. If cost of residential house is more than net sale consideration, then entire gross capital gain is exempted from tax and income from capital gain will be the zero, because gross capital gain amount will be deducted if cost of residential house is more than net sale consideration. Second option, if cost of residential house is less than net sale consideration, then exempted amount under section 54F is gross capital gain divided by net sale consideration into cost of residential house. Please dear students, while solving 14 marks question and 6 marks question under capital gain, these all rules to be remembered. Thank you.